Like the sea meets every shore, not an if, but it's a when.
In the past 2 years, child sexual abuse cases have increased in the country. Sexual abuse in children is where an adult or an elder engages a child who is not 18 and above into sexual activities. Looking at COVID itself, most kids were home, and parents never took time to engage kids to do things that are worthy home activities. Now, some of these kids would roam around, and this pushes some of these abusers to have these children. You find children at night moving. You find children not at home all the time, that friends' places. And when these children are abused and cases are being opened at police, at some point, these people vibe police and they are released. And no one is there to follow. Some of them are even being abused by their own parents, uncles and relatives. And some cases when a relative abuses a child, for the family not to go through that other thing, they just call it off. The cases have just increased in these past 2 years than before. Welcome to The Life I Live. My name is Susan Awor. My today's guest is a child who was sexually abused. We are yet to know when, how, and how all thing happened about. Hope you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine, eh?
Yeah.
You're going to briefly tell us your names, then we start from there.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Joyce. I'm now 17 years old. I'm in senior 2.
Okay, I have Joyce, who is 17 years, and she's a victim of child sexual abuse. I know it's one of the hardest and touching one, because being a parent and seeing your child goes through this trauma of child abuse. Joyce, briefly, let's start with, when did this happen?
Yeah. This happened 2020 in July. By then my mom went to hospital. She left me at home alone. By then there is somebody who came at home. He wanted to rape me, but I tried to fight for myself. By trying to fight for myself, he just decided to cut me. He cut off my hand. The other one does not even work well. On the head here, the leg. Then he went away, he ran away, he left me.
Okay, let's look at experience of home before this. Are you staying at home, you and mom alone, and there is no other sibling or dad or anyone at home?
Oh, I have daddy also, daddy is there. I'm lonely at home.
You're the only child at home?
No, I'm the firstborn. Now the other children, they don't stay at home.
So this time this person found you alone at home?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to know something so small. This person came purposely to rape you or broke in the house. Did this person know my mother is not home?
Yeah, he know that my mother is not at home. I don't. Over he saw her going to hospital. It was at night, like 9 there.
In the night?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with after you being cut and you left home helpless. Who rushed you? Who rushed in first?
Now when he came, he entered the house. By then I tried to fight for myself. I ran away. Then he followed me. He catch me. He first cut the leg, then I fall down. By then I fall down. Then he started cutting me the other parts. I tried to cry. People, neighbors tried to come also. They helped me. They took me to hospital.
So neighbors weren't able to arrest him.
Yeah, he ran away.
He ran away.
Yeah.
Okay. I think being a parent and anyone out there, I think this is becoming so much that if you were her or if she was your child and you're doing this to her, I don't know what it takes, but okay, Jace, let's look at you being rushed to hospital.
Yeah.
From how long did you take in hospital?
2 months.
2 months, but you weren't raped. He
Yeah.
just cut you because you took off. He just cut you and left you there helpless.
Yeah.
Now, when did mom come to hospital?
Mommy was also, she was also still in hospital. Like, she came to see me after 2 weeks when she's also still in hospital.
So when mom went to hospital, she was detained for some time.
Yeah.
What was she suffering from?
Malaria.
Malaria.
Yeah.
Okay, now you are in hospital. Did you recognize, I should not, I don't want to know the name of this other person for the Lord side of it. Did you recognize this person?
Who cutted me?
Mm.
Yeah, I know him.
You know him.
Mhm.
So as we speak right now, where is he?
He's in our village.
He wasn't arrested.
They arrested him, but they released him.
They released him. So did they release him and say the case is over, or you still go there and follow up on the case?
They told us we are still following the case, but now, by now, I don't know what is going on.
Apart from you being the eye evidence, is there another person who has an evidence that he saw this person cut you?
No.
Only
Yeah. My brother also know him.
your brother. Okay, you're going to take me about the experience of this trauma, because I have not been cut before and I want to just feel your pain. I want to know how you felt, and maybe this will change the environment, because they always say an experience is the best teacher. Let's start with life from hospital.
Yeah. By then, when I'm still in hospital, I have been in too much pain, suffering from pain. I have been not walking, just in bed every time, just there, feeling too much pain.
Okay, your one hand was cut off by him or at the hospital?
He cutted the bone, then I went in the hospital, so the doctors also cut it off.
Cut it off. Okay, where we are seated here is a sexual abuse center and a rehabilitation center where these kids are kept off. Joyce, how did you end up here where we are seated?
Who brought me here?
Yes.
Yeah. The person who brought me here, she's called Mariam. That person, now I call her my sister, but I don't know her very well, but I call her because she has helped me in everything. Even in my case, she's following up. Now I call her my sister, but I don't understand her very well.
Okay, so did you tell her you wanted to go to a center where you can get yourself better, or she brought in the idea?
She's the one who failed to bring me here.
Okay, on that, before I let you, I want to know, mom and dad, when they got to know our child was abused, what did they do?
Like how?
Like when after 2 weeks, your mother came to hospital.
Yeah.
Then after that, where did she go? Was she told there and then, or?
When I came to hospital, they called her, they told her, but she was in too much stress.
So who went to police? You or your mom and dad?
Only police look for my mom. Police went to see my mom in hospital.
Okay, I want you to give me experience of living here. Right now, you have a physical disability that you're not going to have your hand again. I want you to give me experience of here. How is life here?
Here, life is cool. When I came here, they took me back to hospital so that they do some operation again this right hand, so that to help me. Now I'm in good life.
If you're going to leave me with a physical disability, put on my shoes. If I was your child, if you're thinking of raping someone, think about how about someone raped your child. If you're going to cut someone, think about how about it was your child. Whatever thing you're going to do, whatever treatment you're giving out to someone, put on that person's shoes, because you're leaving someone with a physical disability, you're leaving a family with another budget for themselves. Put on their shoes and think if it was. I want you to give me differences between life before and life now.
My life before was very easy for me, but now my life is very hard.
Okay, now you're getting back to school.
Yeah.
After here.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me, I want to feel it. Do you think school is going to be the same as before?
No.
How?
By last time, I was washing my uniform by myself, but now what I know, they will be just helping me.
Any other challenge you feel will be one kind of high?
And last time, I used it to write for myself everything, but by now, what I know, I will get tired. They will be just helping me, some of them.
Okay, in every situation, there is hard time of it. Let's know about the stigma part. When we talk about stigma, is okusomoza that you feel right now?
Of course, they can do it, but I don't fear. All things, I left it for God.
Okay, I think everyone needs that one belief that says, everything I've left it for God, and God will always take the lead in everything we are doing. Where we are is a foundation, I think, where we have children who are sexually abused and teenagers who are being trafficked. Here they get some, I think, some treatment. Not only treatment, they get themselves better. We're going to have at least a conversation with people here to get to know how, why, and when do they get these people. Organizations have come up to fight for the rights of children who are sexually abused, and one of them is where we are right here. I think we need to hear from this lady who first she is, what she does, then we can come up with the next question. Hi.
Hello.
Briefly, our names.
Okay, my name is Caroline Kimuli, and I work with Talitha Com as the warden.
Okay, now here you receive children who are sexually abused. Let's first start from where and how do you get these children?
We get these children from the communities. How is we get them through the police, through the probation officer, and different leaders in the communities like the LC chairman and well-wishers who know about these cases and contact us. When a child comes here, the main goal is that we help them overcome what they have been through. So basically what we do here is rehabilitation. And for us, rehabilitation as a whole involves counseling, involves, they do skilling, they do have other activities like games, sports, and they learn a lot of things like doing housework together with their friends and just working together and being loved on. That's the biggest thing.
So how long do I have to be here?
That really depends on the person and how quickly they recover. The period that is given to us as a rehabilitation center is 3 to 6 months, but that can't be it for everyone. We have some who've stayed more than 6 months, we have some who've stayed even a year. So that really depends on the child, the trauma, the level of trauma, and how quickly they recover.
My name is Julius Nkwasibwe. I'm a board member of Talitha Com, which is a registered, approved home by Ministry of Gender. And I'm at the same time a child rights activist. And on the board, my role is in the legal part. The legal part. I do capacity building, like training the board members, updating them on the current law, advising the staff on the cases that come in. We normally advise the people that once a case of rape, of defilement happens, the child is not supposed to bathe. The child is not supposed to remove her clothes as it is with stains. Those are ones we normally use them in the court. Also, at the police, some police officers don't know actually what to do also. Few, much as the organization, some organizations have come up to train them. But such a case is supposed to be, the police is supposed to give you a form which you take to the police surgeon. The police surgeon is the one who examines the child, how it has been done, and they actually taking that form, it should be sealed in an envelope, and the police escorts you to the police surgeon. Then when you reach there, the police surgeon does her work. Of course, you've gone with the victim. Then they give you a sealed envelope again. It is now the OC to open and take action. So can either, the results may be either positive or negative. Now is the one now who can tell you, but these are because they are still allegations. So that's what we normally advise people in case we find such a case in a community. Where the police has reported a child to come in a home, we ask for that statement, where it was like a statement, police statement, have all this been done? And most of the time it is where we lose the proof, because you can't do anything. The mother goes, alleges the child was defiled, but taking him to police, he came when the child was very smart, already bathed everything. Now you have nothing. Sometimes the police looks at you, they have nothing to do for you. Because even if you proceed to the court, you want to win a case. No stain, no what, where should they start from? So we normally teach the community and also the police officers, even in our medical partners, that when a child comes there and then he has been reported to be defiled, please leave the case first. We first report the police, then you come later and do everything.
Now, for her, she's going to take me through how far. I want to know how far this has gone for this young girl. Is she getting justice, or we are still going to just battle with police?
My name is Rachel Wanyana. Yes, I work with Talitha Kum, and I do, when it comes to the rehabilitation part of it, I am a counselor as well. And then the outside part is the rescue. We do the rescue. So I do the rescue as well, and then follow up mostly that other part of it. Yes.
Okay, let's start with Joy. You rescued Joy and brought her here.
Yes.
Let's know the legal part side of it. How far? Is there any progress on her case? Should we say 6 months down the road, we should be saying Joy got justice for herself?
Well, with Joy, it's quite a disturbing thing because the sister that she's talking about, we are always in contact with her. And because the case is in Bududa, that is where she goes to, you know, to whenever there are sessions, yeah. But it's quite disturbing. You know how our things are. Court takes quite some time, the sessions, and then one time we were told that they were going to make a ruling, and that date didn't happen. Somehow it didn't happen. Then like, okay, now this guy was given bail, so he has to go to court while he's outside, and it's also really a sad one. But then she told me that they had scheduled for another date, which hasn't yet reached. Yes, so you're really excited. You want to know what is going to happen, and then all of a sudden they're like, we've postponed. But we're just hoping that it will work out, because at first the police told us that it wasn't a sexual abuse, though it was an attempt, and so there wasn't any evidence, so he was released, and then we had to file for attempted murder now. So then he was put in, and then he was given bail, so he has to go to court and while he's outside. So we're just hoping that finally her justice will come through. Yeah.
Okay, 6 months to 3 months, Joy will be here. After 6 months, what is next? Does she go back to the same society? Do people have a plan for her?
Definitely, we do have a plan for Joy. Her mother is in Bududa, but then again, we look for alternatives where it can be safe, because now it kind of sounded, since it was in the news as well. We have an aunt, the sister to the mom, and that's where we'll be putting her. And usually when we have a child, we don't just resettle them. We work with the police, still we work with the LCs, and we have to make sure that this girl is surrounded by protection wherever we have put them. But then again, we also do we give them what we call a package. It is called a resettlement package, and some of the things in it is education. And as long as we get them things that are going to keep them, active and busy, and going, so that they don't go back to that part or let history repeat itself. So that's what we do. And with Joy, we do have, and she's still with us. She's not, actually Joy is not only going to spend 6 months. We still have her, because now for her case, she was mentally and physically damaged. So The other hand, which is not on, it's still we have a rescheduled appointment with the doctor where we're going to have a plastic something on her so that she can feel like there's something on her. As we did an operation on the other right hand, so now she's doing physiotherapy, so it's still continuing. The help is still continuing until when it's complete. Yeah, yes, we might not turn back what God created, but we want her to feel like hope is not gone. Yes.
Okay, who pays for me being here? If I'm brought to this center, who pays? Police?
Who pays?
Yes.
As
Or
in
there is
cash?
no, like being here. Who pays for me being here? Or there's nothing like payment when I'm
No,
here?
we don't really do payments. Our organization is an NGO, so we don't really get payments from anyone or the police, or apart from the support we get from other people outside. That one we do welcome, because we get people who would love to support us with finances or with food, with requirements for the children. We even have schools which help us out to a point that they don't charge us the same amount as everybody else. So yeah, but we don't charge. It's for free. Yes, we just need to work with the community and then with the government itself, so we get phone calls. And that is why if there's somebody out there that needs help, you don't have to keep it. You need someone to talk to, you can always come. Us, we are so confidential, and we are willing to help out with no cash at all. Yes.
She's more than. The word she's more than comes back to me and you. You are more than what you
Yes.
think you are. You are more than what people say you are. You are more than everything you think you are. Let's learn to tell yourself that you are more than. You are more than. That word comes back to me and you. For now, I'm signing out every Monday, 8:30 p.m. and every Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. For today, my simple advice is to my parents, let's learn to build that good relationship with our kids. Let's also learn to tell our kids to learn to respect elders and also know whom and whom they should talk to and play with. That's from me to you.
Not an if, but it's a when.